Why do you think people love Caitlin Clark besides her skills?
She can shoot threes from logo.
We never
Hold on tight because Shaq just dropped a massive truth bomb about Caitlin Clark right on Angel Reese's own podcast. Shaq, the basketball icon himself, sat down on Angel's show and spelled out exactly who the real superstar is. Shaq did not hold back on Caitlin Clark, and Angel's reaction was anything but happy. Reese probably wishes she never invited him on the show. Let's get into it. Angel likely thought she was getting a friendly chat with Shaq and maybe a few nice words about her own game. But Shaq went another way. He started praising Caitlin Clark immediately, talking up her incredible shooting range and court vision. You can actually see Angel struggling to hide that look of pure jealousy. Then Shaq hits her with the big question, why do fans love Caitlin? This was Angel's perfect chance to play it cool and give her rival credit where it is due. But what did she actually say? She says it is just the long threes. Seriously? Like her shooting from distance is the only thing that actually matters. Shaq shut that down fast. He told her she has much more than that. He reminded Angel that Caitlin is more than a shooter. She is an elite passer and the total package. She keeps every fan glued to their seats and runs the floor like a total chess master. A sports media company even ranked Caitlin higher than Ronaldo and Messi on their most marketable list. Angel just sat there looking like she hit a wall of cold, hard reality. Remember when Angel said her salary does not even cover her apartment rent? It is almost like Caitlin is paying that rent now just by being the topic on Angel's show. Honestly, Angel should probably send her a commission check at this point. But Shaq was not finished yet. He brought out a heavy comparison. Steph Curry, the legendary baby-faced assassin himself. Shaq loves Steph because he is unique. He has never seen anyone play the game quite like that before. He said Caitlin reminds him of Steph, not in size, but in how she changes everything. Steph looks like an average guy you would see in an office, but he breaks records. He does things nobody has ever seen. Caitlin is doing that same thing. Shaq noted that Steph does not have the LeBron muscle and is not towering at 6'9". He could be a regular guy at a desk, but he pulled off moves that changed basketball forever. Shaq believes Caitlin is that same type of player. She is rewriting the rules. He was basically telling Angel that Caitlin is a legend in the making. Imagine Angel sitting there thinking to herself, "This is my podcast, so why on earth is he giving my rival a standing ovation?" Besides being a total NBA legend, Shaq is a mentor to Angel, yet here he is praising her rival on her very own show. That has to sting. Shaq admitted he used to doubt her, but she proved him wrong time and time again. He started as a hater, but Caitlin changed his mind. Angel was clearly struggling to stay calm. Shaq made it clear. Caitlin Clark is definitely the real deal. He confessed he used to bet against her shots, but she just kept draining them every single time. If you prove a doubter wrong 10 times in a row, it means you are the real deal. Shaq told Angel point blank, "If I doubt you 10 times and you hit the shot every time, you are the truth." Because let's be real, Caitlin Clark is doing stuff we have never witnessed before. Her vision and her control over the game are unmatched. Fans are obsessed because she is not just shooting threes, she is transforming the face of women's basketball. Shaq sees it, and he was not afraid to say it right to Angel. He is acknowledging that Caitlin has that special X factor. Angel had absolutely nothing to say in return. Shaq actually left her completely speechless. Angel is still trying to process why Shaq chose her podcast to put Caitlin on such a high pedestal. Comments are blowing up, asking if Shaq really just called Caitlin the GOAT on Angel's own podcast. He basically told Angel that Caitlin is the true star. Fans are losing it. Shaq even confessed to being a Caitlin Clark hater initially, but of course, her insane skill set eventually won him over. That honesty from Shaq hit harder than a fast break dunk. He finally said what everyone else was thinking. Look, Shaq is just backing up what big analysts like Rachel Nichols, Stephen A. Smith, and Jason Whitlock have been preaching for months. His high praise confirms what these veterans already knew. Caitlin is the one driving ticket sales, shattering records, and completely changing the game's reality. They are just calling out the impact Caitlin brings to the hardwood, and honestly, it is getting impossible to deny. Caitlin Clark is out there rewriting history. Shaq even compared her to a mix of Steph Curry and an elite visionary point guard. This is not just some casual compliment. This is Shaq declaring her a once-in-a-generation basketball talent. Meanwhile, poor Angel is sitting there wondering if Shaq just hijacked her entire show to crown Caitlin as the GOAT. Well, yes, he did. Shaq is laying the praise on thick, and while Angel tries to stay cool, we can all feel the burn. Imagine inviting a legend onto your own podcast, only for him to tell the whole world that your biggest rival is simply better. That has to sting. But here is the kicker. Caitlin Clark has absolutely no plans of slowing down her momentum. Her work ethic is dangerous. Even in the off-season, she is already back in the gym putting in the work. She is already a tier above most of her peers, yet there is zero sign of laziness or getting too comfortable at the top. Then you look at Angel Reese. Honestly, she seems to be doing the polar opposite of what her rival is up to. Let us be real. She was the worst shooter within 5 feet in the league and easily the most inefficient scorer on the roster. We all saw those missed layups throughout the season. It was hard to watch at times. Despite these glaring issues in her game, Angel Reese does not seem focused on fixing her weaknesses. Instead of hitting the hardwood, she is busy playing dress-up, acting like a fashion diva, and recording more podcast episodes. Check out our recent video where we break down how Angel Reese is prioritizing her wardrobe and outfits over her actual basketball career. This really says a lot about the different mentalities these players have when it comes to approaching their professional careers. One is already ahead of the pack but still hungry enough to bleed for the game. She is giving sweat and tears to basketball, while the other is simply not ready to sacrifice her leisure time just yet. This is not the first time Shaquille O'Neal has opened up about Caitlin Clark and his history of being a hater. He admitted he was blinded by his support for Angel Reese, which stopped him from seeing the massive potential and greatness Caitlin Clark brings to every single game she plays. Earlier this year, he even called Caitlin Clark the greatest college player to ever step onto a women's basketball court. Hearing this from Shaq is huge for a WNBA rookie like Caitlin Clark, who still has so many seasons ahead of her to earn even more accolades. This is more than enough. It is proof that Shaq genuinely believes Caitlin Clark is the superior player compared to his own protege, Angel Reese. And it is not just about Angel. Shaq clearly thinks Caitlin is the best in the world right now, and nobody is even close. Because here is the truth. Caitlin Clark is not just some deep ball shooter. Her court vision and her ability to read plays before they unfold are next level. She is setting a brand new bar. She is selling out arenas, flooding stadiums, and breaking massive new ground for the entire league. Shaq is not the only one who sees it. Analysts, pro players, and fans all agree that Caitlin is ushering in a new era for women's hoops. Whether Angel likes the truth or not, Shaq has announced it for the whole world to hear. After dropping that mic, Shaq just moved on like it was nothing. Angel tried saving face, but Shaq clearly did not come there to play nice. He came to give credit where it was due. In his mind, Caitlin Clark deserves every bit of hype she gets, and then some. So, the takeaway? Shaq walked on to Angel Reese's own podcast and told her Caitlin Clark is the real star, comparing her to Steph Curry and calling her the absolute truth. He is essentially saying she is the future of basketball. Angel might hate it, but Shaq is just telling it like it is. Caitlin Clark is not just here to play, she is here to dominate. And Shaq made sure to announce that dominance right to Angel's face. What do you think? Was Shaq being too dramatic? Or is Caitlin Clark truly the next big thing in sports? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, hit that like button, and subscribe for more hot takes. We have got all the best highlights from women's basketball.